Welcome. Today is Sunday, September 8th, 2019, and it is currently 5:53 p.m. Central Time. And today's the first episode of Lamb Chops Talks. I'm your host, Lamb. I'd like to introduce the people that are going to be joining us today, Zer0 and Yumba. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Yes, that's me.
Alright, how do you guys feel?
I don't know.
I feel excited. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Alright. First article. Meet Garlic 2.0. China's first cloned kitten. When Han Yu was left devastated after following the death of his 2.5-year-old British short-hair named Garlic, he knew there was only one thing to do. Make another exactly the same. Q Sinogene, a Beijing-based pet cloning company that has already cloned more than 40 pet dogs, including the world's first police pup. The somatic cell cloning techniques of certain animal species is relatively new technology, and certain challenges persist when it comes to making clones of felines, but they're up to the challenge. After nearly a year of effort, scientists were able to transfer an embryo to a surrogate cat who is carrying the developing kitten for 66 days. Garlic 2.0 was born July 21st, 2009 via natural birth, and its genetics were entirely derived from the somatic cells of the now deceased Garlic. Scientists say they have observed the new Garlic for almost a month and report that it's in good physical condition and does not act differently than naturally bred kittens. Alright, so the procedure was about $35,000, and the guy had did it. He said it was like all worth it and that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's the article.
Well, I think that's pretty. It sounds kind of inhumane in a way,
Do
because
you
it's
feel
like,
like it's morally wrong to clone your pet?
yeah, because it's not the same. I mean, they might look the same, they might maybe act the same, but it doesn't feel right because it's just a clone. It's not like the copy. It's okay. It's like there was a saying where it's like, would you rather have the copy or would you rather have the original? No, I'd want to have the original, not the copy.
Yeah.
So it's like it's interesting because you can all have the same pet if you're like that desperate. But mentally, I feel like, or morally, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's a cool thing that we can do.
Alright. Yamba, any thoughts?
I feel pretty much the same. You can like copy the physical characteristics, but you can't really copy a conscious.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, according to a different article about the same guy, supposedly he kept the original cat Garlic in his freezer until he could muster up the money to
Oh
go.
no.
Yeah. What else? I have the article here. Hold on. So, yeah. He placed his beloved pet cat Garlic's carcass in the fridge, hoping that one day science would help him to revive it. Yeah, and it's kind of weird that well, I'm actually trying to look it up, like the lifespan for a British Shorthair, because usually cats they live up for like a good while, not as much as dogs. Like dogs live around like 15 years, but this cat only lives for like 2.5 years. It's like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 second. I can't spell. Yeah, they're supposed to be. Supposedly, they're the longest lived cat, so they're supposed to last 14 to 20 years, and this cat only lasted 2 years.
Wait, so The copy lasted 2 years.
No, the original lasted 2 years.
What about the copy?
The copy is like a baby. It's still like tiny.
Oh.
It's still a kitten. It's only you know done this. It was this year and a couple months ago, so it's probably like 3 months old.
I think it's interesting because what if when you copy it, would it have the same lifespan or would it be longer?
I don't know.
Because it's basically the same thing. Would it last longer? Would it last shorter?
I think it would depend on the situation because
Yeah,
how did the
probably
last one die?
Yeah.
It didn't
Does it
specify.
say?
I don't really know then.
Yeah. Is that all? Any comments?
I think I've said everything I had to say about this one.
Same,
Yumba?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next article. Bride-to-be attacks wedding planner over failed trip to Wendy's. When one bride-to-be got a late-night craving, nothing but the real thing would satisfy her, even if it cost her a friendship of 10 years. A Reddit user shared her story on the site's forums, describing how a bachelorette party went wrong after the bride-to-be decided she needed to go to Wendy's. So she was practically drunk. Like, this is a bachelorette party, you know. Usually you're supposed to get drunk and stuff. So yeah, she starts getting pissed at the wedding planner / her friend and that kind of stuff. And I'm telling all this shit yeah, they're basically the bride was beating up the wedding planner.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
What, with objects or just fists?
Fists. Already
Oh
sure.
god, it was like PUBG.
It's Rust in real life.
Dude, but why? Why was it a bad wedding or something?
No,
Too
she was intoxicated.
Why?
She wanted to go to Denny's. I don't blame her. Denny's is nice, but
For the wedding?
no, for her bachelorette party. She just really wanted to go to fucking Denny's.
I mean, shouldn't the wedding planner comply with whatever the one who's getting married
Yeah, but
want to
they're
have?
already at the
wanna have it?
bachelorette party, and usually that's the only thing you do. So it's any comments?
I mean, I don't even know what to say about this one. I mean, you're just punching the freaking wedding planner, and he's just trying their best. They're just planning a wedding for you guys, and somebody just gets beat up.
Yeah.
Does it say that she apologized after?
No.
No.
How badly beaten up was this wedding?
Just that they started yelling at each other. The bride was pissed, just.
So how many fists were thrown? How long did the fight last?
It's just saying yeah, it's just saying that they were just the bride was beating the wedding planner.
God damn. I don't even know what to say about this one. I just think it's funny. I don't know.
Yumba.
Is there a video or not?
No, I wish.
I would
Oh
watch
god,
that.
that would have been amazing.
Well, hold on. Oh, it's an ad. So it's on Fox
What if-
News.
Wait, you got an ad?
I got an ad.
Was it a Denny's ad?
No.
That would have been.
That would have been amazing.
No.
So what does it say on Fox News?
Yeah, it's on Fox News. The video is just basically talking about they had caught some M13 gang people. That's it.
What the?
Yeah, that's just it.
I guess there's nothing else to say about that one except it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright. That's it? Alright. So now we're on to my favorite part. I get to teach y'all about this.
Hell yeah. I don't even know what to say about this one. I mean, like, you're just punching the freaking wedding planner, and he's just trying their best. We're like, just plan a wedding for you guys, and
Yeah.
he just gets beat up.
Yeah.
Did she? Does
Yeah.
it say that she apologized after?
No.
That's even better. Oh no.
How badly beaten up was this wedding planner?
Just that they started like yelling at each other. The bride was like pissed, like just. Yeah.
So how many fists were thrown? Like, how long did the fight last?
I didn't say it. It's just saying like. Yeah, it's just saying that they were just like the bride was like beating the wedding planner.
God damn.
That sounds funny.
About this one. I just think it's funny. I
Yeah.
don't
Yumba.
Is there like a video or not?
No, I wish.
know.
I would have
God,
watched
that's
that. Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it's an ad. So it's on Fox News.
Wait, you got an ad?
I got an ad.
Was it a Denny's ad?
That would have been.
That would
Yeah.
be amazing. So what is this on Fox
No.
News?
Yeah, it's on Fox News. The video is just basically talking about they had caught some M13 gang people. That's it.
But,
Yeah, it's just it.
I guess there's nothing else to say about that one except it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright. That's it. Alright. So now we're on to my favorite part. I get to teach y'all about this. So this guy's been around for the internet for like a good while. I'll explain to you as much as I know about the guy. Of course, I might be leaving stuff out because it might be inappropriate or etc. So, quote, let's bring in Q, the DeviantArt WonderBread guy. And so, how does that title make you feel?
Just hearing DeviantArt
Wonder-
just makes me scared already.
Exactly.
You should be scared. You should be very scared.
Oh god.
So, a long time ago, I had like watched. I'm addicted to watching fucking Christian documentaries at the moment,
Oh god.
and it's like it's like really interesting to me. But I watch a lot of those like the creepy guys on the internet, like Christian, this guy, several others and such, when I had watched a video about this guy and the guy was like looking over this guy's DeviantArt. So in short, this guy is really obsessed with white bread. Really obsessed with white bread, white women, MILFs, the destruction, the destruction of villages and deforestation, capitalism, big titty MILF white women, and yeah, I'm practically sexualizing some characters that are meant to be kids. Like, yeah. Y'all know Zer0 might have already. I don't know if y'all have watched Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember the rich white kid girl who was like a
Yeah,
brat?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, there's like a lot of art of her and chainsaws. I'd like to show you some. I'll probably have them on the screen somewhere, and y'all can see later. Yeah. So this guy would ask missions around. He would pay from like a simple $10 to like over $100 for someone to commission. Like these like women cutting down trees and like all this other stuff. Like or like just buying carts, like just having carts full of like fucking white bread.
Is he okay?
And like
How is he obsessed with this? Is he like sexually?
nobody knows. Nobody knows. He could be like sexually attracted to fucking white bread, but nobody knows.
Oh.
Yumba, any thoughts?
I'm just like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So this guy's obsessed with white bread, MILFs, sexualizing underage girls, and cutting down trees and burning of villages.
Oh, like white girls. Yeah.
South specific, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? It kind of. Did this guy play Minecraft at all?
I can't answer that.
Wait, why?
Maybe he blew up some Minecraft villages, and that's how he got like
Probably, yeah.
deforestation there.
Yeah. Another thing to, like get your socks off. This guy was even okay. So y'all know who Shadman is, right?
Yeah.
Shad.
First,
It sounds
like-
familiar.
So Shadman is like an explicit artist, right?
Mhm.
He makes really very
Oh
explicit
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Even Shadman had declined a commission from this guy.
That's when you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know
God
it's really bad, man.
knows what it was. Nobody knows what it was. Shadman himself has never said anything about it, saying like, "Oh, it was this," and like, "Don't talk to this guy," or whatever. Right? Nobody knows. Like, it's like,
Dude, Shadman draws. He draws sometimes like underage girls.
yeah,
He draws like disgusting things. He draws fudas. He draws milfs. He draws traps. For him to decline a commission, it's
It
kind
says
of
something.
yeah. It really says something like even this guy has his limits, and this guy has like from the surface, this guy doesn't seem like he has any limits, but like for him to decline a commission like that, it's like, well, okay, all of a sudden this guy has limits. Like what?
yeah. It's
It must have been something real.
Really bad.
yeah. But I mean, like, on his DeviantArt, like, this stuff is like creepy. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I can eat white bread like from the bag because I like eating white bread. I like using like peanut butter and jelly on white bread. It's just a thing that I've always liked. Also because like there was never white bread in my house, and when there was, it's like you better eat it. If not, like it's gonna be gone forever.
It's a holy thing.
Yeah, it is. But for someone to be obsessed with the food item, white children and big tits, it's like, that's just like some weird fucking fetish. It's just some fucked up fetish.
It's like of all fetishes, why white bread, deforestation, white milfs, and white children? Just why that combination? It's like
Oh,
I don't know the other
blonde. They're
combination.
like mostly blonde too.
Alright. Alright. I don't even know. I don't even know.
What was that?
I don't know what to say about that one, guys.
Alright. Yumba, any thoughts?
I don't even know how to like respond to that thing.
Well, I don't know if that song I was mad at.
What song?
Panini. Alright, okay, time's up.
Is that the whole
Alright, cool. All right. Well, I'd like to thank y'all for coming and talking around, laughing, having a laugh, reading
Yeah.
articles and such. You know,
Oh, it was an honor.
yeah, of course. I'd love to have y'all back. Just hit me up whenever any of y'all have like crazy articles and that kind of stuff, and send them
Sure.
to me. All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Well, this concludes the first podcast, I guess, and I'd like to thank y'all for listening. Thank you. All right, what's up?
Did you get it? Hey!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we have to make sure that I can hear myself. If not, I fucking
Don't worry, I
cry.
recorded. Don't worry.
All right, cool. So I have 21 minutes of I don't know if that song I was at ad
What song?
Panini. All right, okay, time's up.
Is that the whole
All
point?
right, cool. All right. Well, I'd like to thank y'all for coming and talking around, laughing, having a laugh, reading
Yeah.
articles and such. You know,
Oh, it was an honor.
yeah, of course. I'd love to have y'all back. Just hit me up whenever any of y'all have like crazy articles and that kind of stuff, and send them
Sure.
to me. All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Well, this concludes the first podcast, I guess, and I'd like to thank y'all for listening. Thank you.